I've got half a day, I will do a bit on the dumper. So, first job, cable tie the spool block up to there, and then what I'm going to do, just to make it easy getting the engine in, is turn the dumper around completely, and then I've got a bit more room to work around the back end. So yeah, diggers out, buckets off. So we'll get that tied up, get her up, and I also want to put her up on blocks so I can get the tyres off, ready to put new tyres on it, because hopefully we'll be getting somewhere near to put the engine in soon. Fingers crossed.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So as you saw from that bit of time lapse, I've got her up on blocks and at a different angle. Now I've just noticed with the back wheels being off the ground, all of this, all the whole back axle is loose. I've just noticed, just put the bar on them, all the wheel nuts are loose. Look. You can't tell me this hasn't been apart before. That one's tight, but the other four I can undo with my fingers. Somebody's been in here before with a... Now he did say he had a mechanic look at it, and the mechanic reckoned it wasn't worth doing. It's not worth doing if you haven't got the time, skill and the money, I suppose. I haven't got the money to buy a brand new machine, nor have I got the money to buy a second-hand machine fully working, so this is why I do these projects. Once I've got myself all set up with all the machines that I want, then we'll start buying and selling. Well, I do buy and sell now, but the smaller stuff, the bigger stuff like this, we can buy and sell and do up and not buy, do up and sell on. But this dumper's for me to use on site. And yeah, I might use it for a little bit and then sell it on again and get something a bit newer or a new one or something. Depends which way the work goes. You never know, do you? It might sit in the yard for 6 months because I don't use it. So in that case, then we'll sell it on. But you get the satisfaction that you've done that project, you've got it going again. And I like being on the spanners as well, it's fun. Yeah, I don't think that was ever going to hold air again, was it? What was the bolt there? Ah, there's my exhaust bolt that I'd lost. Oh, that's handy, isn't it? Mucky. Right, we'll get that cleared up. I'm going to put that back on the exhaust then. You can see where that axle used to sit. And I've noticed on the other side, look, just there, it's not going to focus, it's focusing on my finger, just there, we're missing a bolt. So something's gone on somewhere. Got that jack back up again and tightened up. I think best thing to do with that is we've got plenty of thread this side. I don't know much about these machines, I don't know whether that is a common fault, the back axle coming loose. I think what I'll do is I'll get 6 lock nuts, because obviously there's 3 the other side, and put some lock nuts on these just to stop it from coming loose in the future. But yeah, as you can see, look, we're missing a bolt that side. We'll find a bolt to go in there, and then normal service will be presumed. Get onto these hydraulic pipes like I said I was going to. Right, just so I don't get myself confused, that back one comes round and goes along onto the bottom of the brake chamber. Then this one comes round and along and goes into that one there. Right, that pipe then comes up and goes round into that one there. It's begun. The big pipe replacement. Oh, this is going to be an expensive job. I'm not looking forward to this bill. It's got to be done though. Right, so I think that is all the pipes that are majorly burnt. All the other ones are alright, but again, until we get the engine on and the pump going and under pressure, I suppose all the leaks will reveal themselves. So yeah, we'll get them back on before I forget where they've gone. First pipe going back on. First of many, I would imagine. That is all the brake pipes replaced, brake lines. So we've got that one main one that goes into the brake valve block solenoid thingamajiggy. That's your return line, which comes up into the bottom of there. And that, as I just said, that's your main one in, and then you've got your 4 pipes that go into the motors to do the braking. So that's that job done. I think now that's all the hydraulic pipes replaced. Now on to other bits and bobs. So we've been busy collecting parts from SM Plant. These are the guys that are sorting us out with parts. They're brilliant. Phone them up, give them part numbers. Yep, that's brilliant. We'll get it for you. It's there within a couple of days. So these are the guys to use. I'll put their link in the description below. Right, so this is the suction and return filter, the whole housing, because it's the old one's all mounted. Got in the box. So we have what those? That's your little filter gauge to tell you when your filter's blocked. So that's the gauge. And we have the whole, nothing else in there, instructions, the whole filter assembly. Because I will show you. See what the instructions say. Fill filter housing with oil, and then it says the same in about 20 different languages. Optional cleanable strainer. I don't know whether we've got that in there or not. But I'll show you what the what, oh sorry, what one on the dumper's like. So obviously that was the gauge. That is your top of your housing. I suppose that's the optional cleanable strainer. And that is, oh, it stinks. That's the hydraulic filter. So yeah, it was just as easy to, Christ, that stinks. Just as easy to replace the whole lot instead of buying bits for it. To be fair, it was cheaper to buy the whole lot than it was to buy the gauge, the housing, the lid, the filters, the fittings. Obviously I've got to take that off, that one off and put it on the new one. So before I take this off and then struggle to get these off, while it's clamped to the machine, crack these off or even just take them out completely, and then you haven't got to fight with it then. And then we'll get that one off. Well, we'll get all this cleaned off first and then we'll get that off and swapped over. Just draining the oil out, the old oil out the tank. I'm glad I did, because there was a lot of water in it. That's the suction filter, which has got a few particles in it, so it's doing its job. That's that. So the bottom of the oil bung for the tank again is the same as the diesel tank, so it's magnetic, as you can see. Look. So and luckily there was nothing on it, so hopefully all, looking at nothing there, aren't you? Hopefully all of the pump and steering and brakes and motors are all good, because there's no metal filings or anything in it. It's just a bit of crap on the return filter, but yeah, get that back in, get the new return filter on and get that filter housing swapped over. Now the hydraulic side of things are pretty much there and back together. The new engine mounts are in. They were fun to get in. A lot of swearing and squeezing and twisting and hammering and pushing in with a screwdriver, but they're in, they're done. So the dumper now is, apart from the bit of paint, but I've decided I can do that when the engine's in, is ready for the engine to go back in. All the hydraulic lines that I can't get to when the engine's in are done. Everything else, if it does need replacing, which it probably will do, because I mean, look at the state of that, that can be done with the engine in. So we're now getting to the point of getting the engine back in. So what have we got to do on this first? First thing we've got to do is change that directional spool valve for a new one. Rad pack in, then lift it up, exhaust back on, and then yeah, she's ready to go back in then. So we'll get the rad pack out and make sure we've got all the nuts and bolts and everything and start getting stuff back together. Right, left, up and down. Anyway, get these off, get that mounted back on. Remember what goes on and what comes off, what needs sorting. Tell you what I did forget to order was that plastic shield that goes over the top. Just have to order that. Am I going to need to? No. No, I will sort it out when it's back on the machine. Just because I'm impatient now. Go back on. Feed it back for now. Right, 13s and 17s. 17. What is that, 17? Yeah, cool. I'll find my spanner then, because I don't know what I've done with my spanner. I don't know what I did with my spanner. It's laying around here somewhere. Back over it. Oh, I meant to go tighter, not looser. What's going on here? going on here, Betty? There we go. There we go. Right. Now, radiator hoses is the next job then. I've got to glue that bit of foam back on the other side. Bring it round. Probably can't see much there because I bet the sun's in the way. Here it is. Right, I'm going to get these radiator hoses on then because you can't see what I'm doing. So I'll show you when I've got that radiator hoses on. Sorry, not that. Now we're on to the, I think it's the directional spool valve for the forward and backwards on the gearbox on the hydraulic pump. So, Meclac wanted £659, something like that, for one of these. So luckily it got all the details on there. So I took a picture of that and took a picture of this here because that shows you all the controls and what it does. Sent an email to FlowFit, said, could you price me up one of these? And they said, yeah, of course, we've got them in stock. £101. So I said, yeah, go on then, send one out. We'll have one. So yeah, that's that. That saved, if it works and does what it's meant to, that saved a hell of a lot of money. So yeah, we're just on for swapping that over now. It comes with new bolts. Guys at FlowFit were awesome. They're really helpful people, and they sent it out next day, and it was there the next day. So yeah, again, I'll give them a shout out. Put their link in the description below. Yeah, I say at the end of this video we'll go through all the parts we've had to order and how much they cost, who I used, who were helpful. I don't think on this project nobody hasn't been helpful so far, so that's good. Yeah, anyway, let's get this back on. Right, got that on. I was gonna say that took a long time. Turns out these bolt holes, if you've got it up the wrong way round, the bolt holes won't line up. So I put 2 in and thought, why the hell can't I get this to line up? On off, looked in, looked out, couldn't work it out. So I'll just try it the other way, make sure, see if that see if it fits. Yeah, straight on. So I took note of how it went on here, so this is upside down compared to that, so we might have to swap when we plug the wiring harness in, swap these 2 round, because forward might be backwards, backwards might be forwards, but we'll see. We won't know until we get it in and plumbed up and all done. But yeah, that's on. So anybody that's changing one of these, make sure you got it round the right way, because sometimes it's different from what you thought it was. That's what you need to know, is I'm just setting chains up ready for lifting, is make sure that your lifting points are tight, because I just put the chain on that and it just flopped down. So yeah, make sure they're all tight. So I've checked them all with a 12mm. So we're ready for lifting in a minute. I've got to put a pin through there just to stop the chain from hitting the engine while I'm lifting it. But yeah, we'll set it up on the tripod, and we'll get it lifted in, hopefully. Yeah, everything's all prepped and ready. I've got to move the truck out of the way, but all bolts are ready and lined up with washers. Ideally I could have done with an extra pair of hands today, but hey ho. All the washers are prepped, all the mounts are prepped, ready to go in, all the pipes are out of the way. Should just be a matter of lifting it in and bolting her in, hopefully. That's the plan. We'll see. Never really goes to plan, does it? Oh well. is bingo. We're in. Oh, we are in. Right, now get the digger out of the way, put that back up, get that dechained, get the bottom engine mounts, the rubbers on, and get some nuts on. And then that is in and that is bolted in, that's safe. And get rid of this pallet out of the way, and we can start wiring and plumbing and making things happen. This is where I come to the phone and go, ah, I never press record. Luckily, I did. Progress. Everything is now bolted down, so that engine is in there solid. Next job then is hydraulic pipe routing, and then hydraulic pipe routing, wiring harness I suppose is the other job I can do. And the next job will be diesel tank back on. The only thing I'm waiting for now from Mechlac is the diesel pipe that comes from this side all the way around up to the filter housing. And then oils, engine oil, hydraulic oil, diesel obviously. And then battery. I'm missing one of them, need one of them. And then hopefully we can put the key in and make it go brum brum. That's the plan anyway. Still got plenty of work ahead before we get that far though. Oh, and tyres, we need tyres. They're over there. Yeah, because we ain't going to get very far without tyres. Got a bit further since the last clip. Can't even remember what it said on the where I got to on the last clip thinking about it. Anyway, hydraulic, I think it might have been the hydraulic pipes are in. Hydraulic pipes are in. Throttle cable is on. But we're now missing the foot pedal because when I took the old cable off, I couldn't get the pin out of here, so I had to cut it off. And I couldn't knock the cut off bit in the, I'll show you in a minute. So couldn't get it out, so I thought I'd unbolt it so I can take it back to the workshop, put it in the vise and either knock it out or drill it out. These two came out lovely, managed to snap that one off, which I will show you now. So yeah, that's what, as I was saying, that's the hole there. I've got to knock that out or drill it out, and that bolts through there into the chassis, and I've managed to snap it off, which is really helpful. So that's another job to do. So I can't finish the throttle cable. Throttle cable, what else to do? Diesel filter is mounted. Haven't got the fuel hose, still waiting for that to come. Wiring harness is next, but I'm running out of time because I've got to pick the little one up from school, so I can't do that today. Pretty much where we're at today. Yeah, I will have a look and see how much footage we got, but this might be another clip, or it might be the end of the video. But if it is the end of the video, don't forget to like, subscribe and share, please. I don't know what I said the first time. Trying to hit 1,000 subscribers this year, and we are on the 18th of October, and we're 379 or something like that. So yeah, please subscribe because I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers. I'm running out of time, and I can only do it with your help. Thanks for watching.